Hi friends, welcome back. It's time to see how 20.4 went for me this week. Now, this is the second time I've done this, and I completely planned on going at this one RX, and it literally came down to setting up my barbell for me to decide if I was going to go RX or if I was going to go scaled. In the long run, I decided to go scaled because in talking to so many people, you guys included in the comments, David especially, I really wanted to be able to put up an RX score, but I knew that there was a certain limiting factor, and I think that all of us had a certain limiting factor, whether or not that was a weight on a barbell or a pistol or something like that that was going to keep us from moving forward at a certain point. And if I had gone RX, I would not have been able to lift the third barbell. It would have had to have been a 15-pound PR for me to even do it one time. Never mind getting it from my shoulders to overhead. So I decided that rather than do the first two barbells, do one more set of step-ups, and then just stand there, maybe this time around going scaled would be a better stimulus for me personally. I am really glad that I did that. And I think that compared to others around me who were doing it RX, we all kind of finished around a similar number of reps. So that taken into consideration, I think that it was a good test for me, my ability, my size, and what I can do. So let's jump into the video, see how it went. How many of you went over to the bar to start at the bar and not the box, just so Yolando did? Alright, so my first set of step-ups went as expected. I usually do step-ups instead of box jumps when they come up in workouts because I can stay at a pretty consistent speed, consistent tempo. With this Biggie song that came on too, I was able to do my step-ups to the beat. So I don't know if I ended up including it in the last reaction video, but I was saying, do you have a certain song that you sing in your head to keep yourself on tempo? Or if the music is playing, do you do that too? And having a background in dance, it was easy for me to push myself to do the step-ups at the tempo of the music. I also really like to use my arms to give myself a little extra momentum, so they call it splashing the water up as I go to step, and it really just kind of helps me get out of the hole. Alright, first barbell, 35 pounds, empty bar. Because it's an empty bar, us scaled kids had to do a low hang clean and jerk. I hate them. They're just annoying, and I end up going a lot lower than I need to, because when you have the bumper plates there, it stops for you. I probably didn't have to, but I decided that I was going to split this up into 5. So I did 3 sets of 5 on the first bar, just because I wanted to, I don't know, keep my heart rate down or something. I don't know. I can't really tell you what my game plan was as far as that went, since it was such a last minute choice to go scaled. But 5s it is. Sorry for the frame being cut off. I forgot how tall you get when you put a bar over your head, so it's going to be like that for most of the jerks. So, especially watching this over, having Becca say, come on, it's an empty bar. Just go. I don't know what I was afraid of. Might be talking to everybody and hearing all their game plans. It probably influenced me a little bit to kind of break it up in the first round. Back to the step-ups. Not much changes for me on this part. It's the same song, so I stuck to the same tempo, same splashings. And thank you for changing my plates, you guys. Now, the thing that I realized about step-ups, for me, even though it's 20-inch box, so for somebody taller than me, it's not as high, basically. If you look at Londo in the back, he's got long-ass legs. So, from the time it takes him to put his foot on the bar to actually standing up straight, it's a lot farther of a distance than it is for me to go whoop, 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 whoop. Alright, on to the 55-pound bar. In the scale division, for us, in at least the girls, we had to add 10-pound plates on each side, so it was a 20-pound jump every bar. Thanks, Becca. Okay, so similar to the first round, I decided to break this one up into threes. So I did 5 sets of 3, at least consistently, and I definitely think that the step-ups made me tired enough for this to feel heavy enough to break up. And sorry about the framing. I'm usually a lot better about this, but it is what it is. What I noticed now watching this too is that it looks like I didn't need to rest. The way that I was cycling the bar, I probably didn't need to rest as long as I did. But I don't know. I wanted to be able to give my best energy to the heavier barbells, to the 75 and to the 95 if I got there. And also, I was not feeling good this week. I did this workout on Sunday instead of on Friday because it was like probably 2 days before Halloween, 2 days before the 31st or the 29th. I started to get a sore throat, I had body aches, I was tired, I felt like shit. So I tried to stick it out, filmed the announcement video with the makeup on. I literally spent that whole day in my pajamas. I didn't leave the house and was just hoping that I could kind of just take it easy enough for when Friday would come around that I could sign up for a heat and do it Friday Night Lights. I wasn't so lucky, and I decided that it was better for me to wait a couple of days, give it till Sunday, put a couple extra days of taking it easy and rest before trying to do this workout. If I had tried to do this on Friday, I would have been more sick on Saturday, and I would have really screwed myself over for the rest of the week. The environment is different on Sundays because you don't have, or at the gym we don't have Friday Night Lights, so we don't have everybody in the gym like we usually do on Fridays. We have a food truck outside usually too, which is awesome. So that energy is missing a little bit. I mean, it's there, but it's not quite at the level that it would be had I done it on Friday. So I think if I had that environment on the Sunday, feeling good, I probably would have pushed a little bit harder. Okay, we're going to be in the step-ups for a little while. as you can see, my pace slowed down a lot more since the first round and the second round. I did not try and stay with the tempo of the music, as you can tell. I was trying to use this time to breathe because I knew 75 was going to be harder for me to cycle, considering that in 20.1, it was a 65-pound bar in the RX division, and I did do clean and jerks for 3 the very first time, but then throughout the majority of that workout, I ended up doing clean and jerks in 2s. So adding 10 pounds on top of that, I knew that the cycle was going to be slow. So I wanted to take this time to just regain my breath, get the reps done. And now I'm doing what I said I would never do, which is have water in the middle of the workout, but for some reason it is exceptionally dry. I don't know if you've seen on the news all the fires that have been happening in Southern California. A lot of them have been happening relatively close to here. Not close enough for me to be evacuated or anything like that, but the air quality is really different than it would be if we were doing this in February, March. I can't tell you why I decided to split jerk that one, and it might just be because, you know, when you're getting to your bar for the very first pull and now it's heavier than the last one, and you just did 30 step-ups in between, I think I was expecting it to feel really ridiculously heavy. It did, which is probably why I decided that the split jerk was the way to go. But I definitely think in this section in particular, I could have gone faster. But again, it's easy to say that in hindsight. You know, when you're in it, you're doing what you can. Or you're doing what you think is right. That's all part of the game. I wasn't paying attention to what I said, I'm sorry. Again with the burping. I don't know. I think that's a common thing for people to burp during workouts. It doesn't usually happen to me, so I don't know why that's the second workout of the open that it happens. I mean, there are some people in the gym that let out epic burps, so if you're one of them, on your set of the third barbell, did you feel like you took forever getting through that set of 10? Because watching it back, it feels like it's taking forever, but I remember being in it and completing 5 and being like, how am I only half done? Why is this taking so long? My endurance has definitely gone down since before the honeymoon. If this is your first time watching this and you've made it this far into the video already, I went on like a 3-week honeymoon with my husband, and it was amazing, and I ate a lot of food and a lot of crap that I wouldn't normally eat. On the next rep, I'm going to watch my technique and see if there's anything that I would improve next time, or something that I might want to work on if I go to barbell class. Okay. Clean looked fine. Jerk looked fine. I don't know if you could hear it, but Becca gave me a correction saying, don't push too early on the jerk. She was saying that instead of using my momentum and my shrug to get the barbell up, I was pushing and jumping kind of at the same time. So I wasn't letting the momentum take the bar up and then doing the lockout. It might also be because it was 75 pounds and not 95, because I think in 95 I have to give it a little extra oomph. Ooh, I think I just gave away where this goes. I'm sorry. I was gonna say too about my clean. I think I have a habit of not like finishing the shrug in that second hole. You know, I think that I tend to stay upright for some reason. I've noticed that over at least the last year or so. But again, we're at 75. I can still move 75 even if it's singles. Also starfish. Who's it? Sunny Webster's a weightlifter that I follow on Instagram, and he just made a post today about technique on the clean and being a starfish type person once it starts to get heavy. Clearly, that's what I'm doing. Instead of hitting a squat in a power position. So that's definitely something I would work on. I don't know why I always want to power everything. I never want to squat. Alright, this med ball. For those of you who did not do the med ball step-ups, and you did pistols instead, I almost would have rather traded you, because I don't really mind pistols. I know after 30 is a lot. Step-ups were not hard with the 14-pound ball to me. It was more annoying to try and figure out how to hold the ball and be comfortable with it. I initially tried holding it behind my neck, but my arms were too short to actually feel comfortable and stable holding it there. So then I moved to the top of my head, but now I'm trying to balance a round thing on a round thing, and it was just another thing to think about. So in a minute, you'll see that I switch it to the... What's this statue? What statue is that has the world? You know, when you're running down the street with a med ball and you got it tucked up under your neck, like that. That seems to be the most comfortable way to hold it, and I could use my other hand for momentum like I had to be. It's a little more tiring, but the actual action of stepping up onto the box was not much harder. And I think I also knew that coming up after this, I was going to have the heaviest barbell so far, and I didn't want to be totally gassed by the time that it came up, so I wouldn't spend as much time resting when it was time to get there. That's at least what made sense to me at the time. It's hard to watch. Like, imagine how it would feel if you sat down right now to watch every second of your 20.4, how many things you might say to yourself. That's like, it's really interesting to sit here right now and watch this and talk to you and tell you how I'm feeling. I think had I done this on Friday and did it scaled, I think I probably would have tried it again on Sunday and gone to RX, because I was not in pain at all the next day. I went to the gym. I'm more sore from that class, that regular WOD, than I was from the open workout. So Guess we'll never know. We'll never know how I would have done. Okay, 95-pound bar is 95% of my 1 rep max. And I knew that. That was exactly what I was thinking right now. And I also had done a barbell class where I failed this weight in a squat clean. Yep. Okay. I know I can do this. I'm gonna make it happen. I had a little bit of doubt because of the last time I tried to lift 95 pounds. I could not squat clean it, and I couldn't explain why, especially since I've cleaned and jerked 100 pounds before. I was gonna give everything I had on this. And I didn't starfish that bad either. I powered that. All I wanted. I just wanted to do it. I wanted to do one. So I just said, did I power that? And then I was told, yeah, do it again. All right, magic words, 30 seconds. I was gonna give this everything I had to make this happen. Yeah! I did it! I ended up finishing this workout with 162 reps scaled. I cleaned the 95-pound bar successfully twice. I clean and jerked it successfully twice. And I was really proud of that fact. After the second barbell, after the third set of step-ups, if I had been doing RX, even though it would have taken me longer to get through the barbell, I already would have been done, and I would have been standing there for the remainder of the time cap, not being able to do anything. So I'm glad that I was able to go in, do 20 minutes of work, give it what I had, and it was a really good experience. And I am really looking forward to 20.5. I have a feeling we're going to see wall balls. I have a feeling we're going to see some sort of pull-up, chest-to-bar, muscle-up variation, if not all of those things. And we haven't seen rowing yet either. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below how it went for you. I can't wait to hear how it went. Did you PR? Did you get further than you thought you would? Or was this something that you would want to redo again someday? Either way, I hope you guys are doing really good. And if you haven't already, we have 1 week left, so you can still join my custom leaderboard. Hi friends! Go to your games.crossfit.com profile and add the hashtag HiFriends so that you can be added to my custom leaderboard, see how you stack up against the rest of the friends. There's about 45 of us on there, I believe, and I haven't even broken it down into how many countries are represented either. Once the Open's over, I'm going to do a whole update show and highlight all of you and how you guys did. So I hope to see you there, and hit me up on Instagram. It's Anna_Dalton, and we can keep up from now until the next reaction video. So I'll talk to you very soon, guys. Okay, bye.